Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Oyedola. Not to waste so much of our time, I think I would like to introduce the guest, but I'm just going to do like a small introduction and then she would continue from there. Kikelomo Solomon-Ayeni. She is a recipient of the Global Talent Visa from the UKVI. She's very dedicated in advancing the women's and children's voices through visual storytelling. And she's committed to building artistic bridges between Africa and the diaspora through countless creatives and cultures. She has empowered some artists and connected various people to the Global Talent Visa through exhibitions and mentorship. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, Madam Kikelomo. Thank you very much for joining us today, Madam Kike.
Good morning. Can you see me? Good
Yes,
afternoon,
we can
rather.
see you. Good morning.
Okay, thank you for inviting me. My name is Kikelomo Solomon-Ayeni. Okay, I'm not seeing myself. That's why I'm wondering what's happening.
We can see you, don't worry. You look so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Okay, so the Global Talent visa pathway is actually a very wide one and can be complex, but it can also be broken down based on niche. So I got endorsed in December. Yes, December 2024, just exactly a year ago. December 4th, 2024 was when I was endorsed for the Global Talent Visa. Now, this kind of visa pathway is for people who can prove exceptionality in some fields. So it's not just anybody that can apply. It is if you can prove that you're exceptional. So it is not who thinks that they're exceptional, but who can prove that they're exceptional. And how do we prove it? It is the requirements they are asking for, not requirements you think qualifies you. So most times, endorsement. So let me just quickly run through a slide I put together, just direct from the website, and then we can make it conversational. Please, can I be enabled to share my screen?
Yes, I think just request and it
I,
will be approved.
I think you should be able to, your co-host should be able to share
Okay.
his screen.
Can
Yes,
you see
okay.
my screen?
Yes, it's coming up.
Yes, we can
Okay.
see it.
Okay, good. All right. So the now this information are direct from the UKVI website, so it's not like something any special thing I put together. So it is you can apply for global talent visa to work if you are a leader or you are a potential leader. That's why I underline them in one of the following fields: academia or research, art and culture, digital technology. These are the three categories: academia, research, art and culture, digital technology. And you must be 18 years old to qualify for it. Now, you can usually apply if you have successfully applied for an endorsement. So, the first stage is to get an endorsement, and UKVI has assigned this endorsing part to different organizations based on the specialty that fits into this. Now, once you have an endorsement, it's just more like when you get CAS or COS. The endorsement is what UKVI needs. Once they get UKVI, your visa is usually automatic, except you have immigration problems before. But if you have not defaulted in immigration before, with your endorsement, your visa is just automatic. Now, getting the endorsement is the work itself. Now, please, important points that I need you to note. Prove the first thing that you need to prove that you are a leader or you are a potential leader. Now, if you're for potential leaders, they are accept evidences that are within the last 3 years, while for leadership, for a leader itself, evidences within the last 5 years. Now, if all your evidences are recent, you cannot claim to be a leader, even if you have been in that field and you are a leader for real in the real sense. But if all your evidences are, for instance, 2025, 2024, and 2023, even if you have been doing this since 2011, for instance, and we know that you even mentor people in it, sorry, so long as your evidences is not fit within the 5 years bracket, now you may not get it as a leader because your evidences are very, very recent. So that means you are categorized as a potential. Now, if you have evidences that are way beyond 5 years, or you've gotten an award 6 years ago, you got an award 7 years ago, you still cannot use it to apply because then they still say it was too long ago. However, those other achievements you have that are beyond 5 years can be in your CV, because a CV will be required. They can be in your CV to show that this person is not small in this industry. So let's know that as much as you may be a leader or a potential leader, providing the evidences in the way they want it is what is required. Now, so another point to note is that you can apply for this visa whether inside the UK or outside the United Kingdom. I applied from inside the United Kingdom. You can apply from outside the United Kingdom. You don't need it's not location based. As at today, it's not location based. Major thing is you have an endorsement, then the visa is guaranteed. So you can apply for the endorsement from anywhere in the world. Another thing is that an endorsement is required by different endorsing bodies. Yes, so different bodies provide endorsements. So when you want to check for the endorsing bodies for your own field. If you're in academia or research, you do PhD or you do research, you've done research, you've written publications, you've done peer review. Yes, so just check for the exact endorsing body for your own work and then you apply. Now, the visa is given to you because you are, I think I want to mention something about KTP. So before I move on, there's a part that I think I didn't have to do, yes, I didn't mention here. Now, there's a type of job called knowledge transferable pathway, if I'm right. It's called KTP. You can note it. KTP. So Google KTP jobs, especially if you're in research, and even if you're in business, you can just check there. So long as you have graduated from the in the UK, you just Google KTP jobs. You can they are research-based jobs where your job would be to provide research on different things. Now, apply for these jobs. If you Google apply for these jobs, the when you get a job offer under KTP, you can use the offer to apply for global talent straight. Your endorsement is straight because it goes to the UK research, UKRI, UK Research and Innovation. They're the ones that handle for research people. Automatic, you get 3 years, and your visa is not like it is based on the job that if you lose the job, then Home Office is if you lose the job, rather, it's not it's not like serious rather. So it is not UKRI that is sponsoring you. UKRI just endorsed you for the visa. So if you got the job to do a biomedical research project with University of Derby, for instance, to the best of my knowledge, if you lose the job tomorrow, so they didn't apply for the visa for you. The University of Derby did not recommend you for the visa. They didn't talk to UKVI for you. They only gave you a job to do that research, because that type of research, I think, is funded by UKRI. So they give you a job. It is you that now use your offer to apply for an endorsement. And then you get an endorsement, you apply for visa yourself. So they don't link. So if you lose that job and get another one, your visa is actually like still intact. However, you know that when you want to apply for ILR, for now, ILR requirements for global talent visa, there's no list of anything. So if you can just continue in that research or continue in that type of job or whatever it is that you endorse for, because it just shows that you have contributed to the UK in that field. However, that's for ILR part. That you have contributed to the UK consistently in that field that you were recognized as exceptional for. So that's what, and to continue in that field, I don't think it's hard. You can volunteer, you can just do things, organization. So that's for KTP jobs. I just thought to mention it. Also, if you have won an award, some exceptional award like Oscar, those very highly rated awards, you can apply for Global Talent Endorsement straight with those awards. No, don't need to provide any other so many requirements and all. With that, you just apply straight for endorsement and go for the visa. So that's that by the side. Now, another point to know, the visa is given to you because you are believed to be exceptional. So you are not tied to any employer or sponsorship of any kind. That's the beautiful thing with the visa. It's not tied to any. If you get the global talent visa, you are not attached to anybody. You are not even obliged to be. If you do self sponsorship, you'll be paying tax every month. You are attached to your business. Your business sponsored you. This one, you are just hanging on. You're hanging on the British air. So long as there's oxygen the next day in Britain, you are good. You are good. So it's one of the best visas to really have. Like no other serious condition, you know. So it's really very nice if one can get the endorsement. Now, your visa can be 3 years if you are and qualify as a leader. If the caseworkers see your evidences that convinces that you're a leader, then you're endorsed for 3 years. However, if they feel like evidences are 5 years, you're endorsed for 5 years. So you weigh your evidences and you apply for either 3 years or 5 years if you want. Tech people most times try to apply for the leader one, because most times if they are not giving, they will downgrade them to 5 years. However, for arts and culture, people did that before, but now I don't think it's really obtainable. I'll just say just apply for your 5 years, and if your evidences are within that range, because now you apply for 3 years and you are refused, that evidences would have qualified for 5 years, but that downgrading, I don't think Arts Council do it again to downgrade you from 3 years to 5 years. So where your evidences, do I qualify for 3 years, I apply for leader, or do I qualify for 5 years, I apply for so, and the caseworker then determines if they like all the evidences and then they endorse you. You can work now, part of your benefit also that you can work for any employer. If you want to be an employee somewhere, you are good to go. If you want to start a business, you are good to go. If you want to be a director, you are also good to go. There's no limitation, no conditions other than contribute to the United Kingdom in the field in which you were endorsed for. So you can contribute by joining an organization to do something, or starting your own initiative to ensure that you contribute to the community. For instance, if you're in the arts field, contribute towards arts in that field, that is something that you have done, something that you can do rather. You can, and the part of the visa requirement is that you can also live outside the United Kingdom for up to 6 months in a year. And it would affect your ILR. I mean, you can just go and say, I'm traveling. So I want to go to Nigeria for 6 months. I just want to collect Nigeria air. This winter, I don't even like it. Let me go to and do dirty December, and I'll be there. When winter is over, I'll come back. You are fine. It does not affect your ILR. It does not affect your visa. Somebody say amen. So
This is
another
really
thing is
nice.
that
Oh,
another one that is that as of today, no proof of English is required. No proof of font is required. So you don't need to write IELTS. You don't need to, because some people can be exceptional, but they are not, maybe they didn't go to school or something. We can have some people that are top in their industries, maybe like in arts, for instance. So, but for today now, no proof of English or proof of fund is required as of today. So maybe if they see a lot of people applying to that, they may also want to add some things to mitigate the number of people applying. You know that they don't joke with with immigration. Yes. So now the next one. Yes. So now for academia people now, you can prove you're a leader or potential leader in science, medicine, engineering, humanities, social science. So major thing is to go to the website and check requirements for academia or research. you can be eligible if you have gotten job offer as an academic or researcher. This is the one I'm talking about as KTP. University.
I think we have a network issue. Or is it
Yeah,
just me?
maybe she's in Nigeria. You know, they can go to Nigeria for like 6 months. I'm just joking.
I understand. It is well. We wait for her to rejoin.
Yeah, but it's really interesting some of the things that she has mentioned, like,
Did
the fact that you can actually go for more than 182 days that normally you wouldn't be
you wouldn't try that as a student
exactly
or
if you
as
are on any other route.
only
Yeah.
other visa tier
Okay,
four?
I think it's
Yes.
network. Why is my screen still? I can't
We
even.
said maybe you have traveled to Nigeria since you can go
In
anywhere
fact, let me just
anytime
go
you
and
want.
collect fair share. Honestly, honestly, I don't know why my background is showing this. So this was a last meeting I had. I need to change it. Sorry, I'm just realized.
Okay, so you can see yourself now.
Yes, I'm just seeing myself now. Okay, so all right.
I think we like the background. You can leave it.
Oh, you like the previous one?
Uh-huh. Leave it.
Okay. All right. So as I was saying, now okay, I need to continue to share my screen. I think the internet kicked me out. All right. So you may be eligible for academic or research endorsements if you have a job offer. This is the one. This is the one I was explaining when I was talking about KTP example. So you can check on the KTP website, or you can also check your university, because most times these research jobs are usually in partnership with universities. So check for research jobs in your university. Now, if you're not sure if that job is funded by UKRI or if it qualifies for global talent, you can take that job, send it to UKRI, go to their customer care on the website, and just ask that can this kind of job qualify for global talent endorsement, and they will let you know. Even if it is a PhD something, just ask them. It's customer care, and they are there to answer. So sorry, this kind of research opportunity cannot allow you an endorsement. Oh yes, it can allow you an endorsement, and then you can know if you want to proceed, so that you don't proceed with pursuing an employment that will not give you what you want, so that you don't waste your time. Another one is if you get an individual fellowship. So some of these things are broken down on website of each of this category, please. So you can check UKRI for research. Yes, so, but that's where there's further breakdown. Like I said, this is wide. So just reading it online and say, look at what they ask ABC. I'm not sure. You might just realize that you even have, if you spend time with this. Now, this is not time to be lazy again. With what immigration is saying right now, this is not the time to want to do lazy man approach. And usually an average Nigerian wants to be lazy. I'm sorry. An average Nigerian do not want to do work, do not want to spend time on how can I quickly and easily get this thing done, is something that's our trait. However, most of those quickly and easily pathways are now narrowed, cancelled, or frustrating. So this one will require a lot of time, energy, and patience, meaning that when you're not at work, all those time you want to use to spend on TikTok and be commenting on posts and looking for fights that is not your own, let's use it to put a lot of energy in the requirements for your visa that will give you comfort. Another one is a research grant. If you get a research grant that is approved by UK Research and Innovation, and if you get a qualifying award, so you can list it to check if you even have any of these awards. You may just have. You may just have. All right. Also, if you do not have the things required listed above, you can apply by having your application peer reviewed. It means that you can go through the peer review route, which is as common and most people have used to get application. So if you have written research work before and co, In fact, I think, and you can, or if you have not, the beautiful thing is that you can decide to start building. You say, okay, I have time on another visa, but my goal is global talent. So I'm going to use the whole of 2026 to build my evidence. You can build your evidence forward. We just hope that the government will not wake up and shut the door against global talent. But however, UK Research and Innovation just received funding from the government this year for global talent. So I'm not sure they may want to start this pathway between at least to next year, but you know that UK and weather they are 5 and 6 can move today. So just make a so look into the peer review part where peer review so it's more like it's not only you. Yeah, that research is not done by only you. I believe that's what yeah. So you can look into that direction. Another thing you can also do is you can also look online for people who have done these things and probably provide support. Maybe that have done it in your own field. Because if you say, oh, this person got global talent, let me just ask them to support me on this my own. If they didn't get in your field, they may not be able to give you full support in your own field because, like I said, it's wide. So their level of knowledge may be a lot more on their own field. Yeah. Another one is digital technology. This one, the endorsement is by Tech Nation. The endorsement is by Tech Nation. Tech Nation that endorses them. While UKRI endorses research people, Art Council endorses art people. All right. So this one is if it is not digital technology, sorry, don't bother. So financial tech, gaming, cyber security, artificial intelligence. You do not need a job offer to get a visa. Your background can be technical. For example, you're a developer, you're an engineer or data scientist, while your it can also be business. For example, you have commercial investment or digital product expertise. So if you have worked in the business side of tech, you can also apply. So long as what the organization does is in this category, digital technology, not Scrum Master. So you can check, see, there's a list of eligible on Tech Nation. They have a lot of eligible roles that you can use to apply. So you can give it a shot and provide the requirement in the order in which it is listed. Now, another one is art and culture. This is the third category. Art Council is the one endorsing. So if you have evidences or can provide evidences in combined arts, in dance, literature, music, theater, or visual art, architecture, fashion design, film and television, you can apply. Now, this is the category I fell into. I applied under visual arts. So I'm not going to spend a little more time taking us to the art and culture website. You might just find yourself in this category because this is where my own 100% expertise is in. Mhm. Eligibility, you need to show evidence of at least two of the following: international media recognition, international awards, international appearances or exhibitions. So if you have done an art exhibition before, you can apply for global talent. If you have appeared in the news before, you can apply for global talent. You have gotten an award. And like I said, for global talent, you can build your evidences forward. You can say, okay, I want to apply on that. I want to start doing exhibitions. I want to start applying for awards. I want to apply for media recognition. Now, two of the following, meaning that even if you have media recognition and if you have award, but you don't have exhibition, you can apply. If you don't have award, but you have media and you have exhibition, you can apply. If you don't have media, but you have award and exhibition, you can apply. So that's that for arts and culture. I'll take us to the Arts Council website to show us some, because we actually also have breakdown of some of the skills that qualify here. We'll go there shortly. Now, for arts and culture, document you must provide 3 letters of recommendation that you will need to send. These 3 letters of recommendation, and one of the organization recommending you must be from a UK organization. And to get letter from a UK arts organization right now, not just an organization, art organization. So to get letter from a UK art organization right now, you need to either volunteer with them or you've exhibited with them or something for you to get them to write. to be able to write something. You know they will not lie. They'll want to write what you have done. Hence why if you volunteer or do something with them, it's easy for you when you ask for letter, it's easy for them to write what exactly you have done, and they say they have seen your work and you can ask them from a letter. The other two letters can be from anywhere in the world, it can be from Nigeria, it's fine. Now you also need about not more than 10 evidences showing your exceptional talent or your exceptional promise. Exceptional talent is what leaders are called. Exceptional promise is what potential leaders are called. Yeah. Not more than 10 evidences from these three things: media, award, not more than 10. Two from here, not more than 10. And minimum 4. So meaning if you have two this, fine. If you have one award, 2 exhibition, fine. Minimum, not more than 10. Then a copy of your CV, because they want to see, so they also want to judge you by your CV, seeing other experiences you have. Your CV must outline your professional career and education, and must be typed. So that's that for this slide. I'll be taking us to the Arts Council website just to show more on the arts side of things. Please, are we following me, and am I making sense in any way, please?
Yes, we're following, and you are
Yes,
making a
we
lot of
are.
sense.
All
Yeah,
right, thank you so
thank
much.
you. Yeah, there's just some questions. I don't know whether you'd like to take them now or
All right, so let's
after
take the
the
question
session.
first. Yes,
Yeah.
let's take the question.
Okay. So one of it
Okay, wait,
is
before we take the question, let's
Mhm.
finish on the arts culture.
Okay, no worries.
Yes, let's do it that way. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to look for the. All right, can we see my screen?
Yes, we can see it now.
All right, so this is the Art Council that endorses for people in the arts. All right, and this is the requirement for Global Talent Visa. It's what they read. Like I said, everything is so much like spider web. It's just plenty
Okay. If
information,
you don't
but
mind, okay. I don't know if that's the link that has been dropped, but if you don't mind dropping the link
sure, why not?
for this one in the chat box as well, I
Yes,
think that would be great for people.
I've done that.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, so like I said, you need supporting evidences again, a detailed CV, no more than 3 letters of support, no more than 10 evidences made up of this and this and this. Simple. Now, there's a table here where I said not you don't even need to have all the categories. This table shows the minimum. CV is standard across. 3 letters is standard across. Now here, if you have just media and proof of appearance, exhibition and co, you've been invited to speak in your field. If you have just these two without award, means can you see minimum to minimum 2?
Mhm.
You see, you can apply. Here you have award, you have media, but you don't have proof of appearance. Can you see minimum just 1 award? It's fine. Minimum 2. Same thing. You don't have media, but you have a proof of appearance. You have award. You can apply just 1 award minimum. So can we see here? The maximum is 10. 10 of this of the evidence, so not this letter and CV. This other one. So if you now have award, if you have the 3, why not? If you say I have plenty things, I'm going to provide everything, no problem. Just make sure that all your evidences does not exceed 10. And whatever you do, minimum 2 of this. So if you say you want to submit all 3, just make sure that don't say, okay, I want to do 10 and I give them 8 of this, 1 of this, and 1 of this. Your endorsement will be refused because it is minimum 2. If you are providing media, minimum 2. If you are providing appearance, minimum 2. So if you now say, oh, I'm giving them 7 of this, 1 of these, and 2 of this, that's 10. Fine. I'm giving them 7 of these, 3 of these. Fine. 5 of these, 4 of these, whatever we want to do the math, not more than 10. And any of this category minimum 2. If you now say, well, I have just the minimum requirement, why not? Give it a try. I have just 2. I have 2 of this. I have 2 of this. Why not? Give it a try. I have just 1 of this. I have just 2 of this. Why not? Now, there's one thing about global talent, especially under the arts and, even in tech, there's a percentage where the caseworker's discretion is the final. Meaning the caseworker also has to like the evidences, has to be convinced by them. Even though you provided them to fit into all the many requirements here, the caseworker still has a final say, at least 1% of that. So meaning somebody can say, I did A, B, C, D my time and I got endorsed by it. You can do the same A, B, C, D and not get endorsed. The caseworker may say, this particular gallery, I don't like them. I don't think they are a good gallery. This particular media publication, the same. I'm saying using the same people, the same. It's a caseworker dependent as well, and it's nobody's hands. That was if anybody promised you that if I guide you, I support you, don't 100%. Please no, don't believe it because they don't have the final say. Yeah, some of the documents I used last year, some of those documents, they no longer collect them this year. Maybe they've seen several of that organization, or maybe in fact, and it's not on their website. Yeah, like some of my exhibitions, for instance, they were not physical because some of the physical exhibitions I had were way more than 5 years. So I just did some virtual and digital. By virtual, meaning it was the exhibition happened on the website of the organization, and by digital, it means that it happened at the gallery, but it was on screen. That's what I did. I didn't do physical one where my actual physical work was displayed and it was accepted from me. Now, I don't advise anybody to do it because I also, one of the things I do is I try to look at people's refusal, analyze refusals for people to clearly help them interpret what they can do next. So because of that, I see a lot of back end on, and I've seen is a pattern of where virtual exhibitions are no longer collected. So if it is not physical and your work was hung, they don't even collect it again. And it's just them trying to, because they can't endorse everybody. It's just them trying to also look for more ways of trying to cut down people. So they'll always improve on ways to reduce endorsements. So, and that one is a caseworker coming back to say, I don't like this particular one. I'm not convinced. And you'll be surprised that you and somebody applied the same time, for instance. They may refuse one letter from you saying that organization, they are not sure they are sufficient to write. And another person may get endorsed. The same organization may be accepted from them. It's caseworker. What a particular caseworker likes or is convinced in. Unlike caseworker may not be convinced. That's why when you see competitions that like sometimes they have 3 judges, 4 judges, one person may say no, I don't like this person, and the other 2 may say I don't like this person's presentation or whatever. Another 2 may say it's nice, and they stamp it, but one person just says no, I'm not giving you my own stamp. I'm not convinced. Do you understand? So it happens. Okay, so that's for just a little breakdown. Now I want to show you the disciplines that are accepted. So there's fashion, there's architecture, and there's film. Before I go to
I think you're breaking, Madam Kike. Can you hear us? We can't hear you. If you can hear us. Okay, I think it's a network again. She's going to reconnect. And we'll just wait for her. But whilst we're waiting, I just wanted to reiterate the point she made on the caseworker is actually the final decision maker. And so you may have all the things, and I really can relate. There are some cases I pick up, and no, I don't work with the home office, by the way. There are some cases that I pick up, and the way I would treat that case would be different from the way you would treat that case. As long as I can justify why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, that's okay. So that's why I look at people that say, "Oh, when you come to the UK, you don't need to pray and all of that." It's a lie, oh. Don't allow it. Just hold on to your God and just make sure that you always pray for favor. It is real, like it is 100% real. I can say that for a fact. It is 100% real. Now, some people might say that you can appeal or something. Do you know the process of appealing? Do you know the time and resources that you appealing or whatever would take? Do you know even your own mind will not even be at rest because you don't even know what the outcome of the appeal will be? And just because one case worker is saying, I don't agree with this, I don't like this, or I'm not convinced with this. So I mean, it is very real. So we just need to take things seriously as well.
That's why someone said Holy Ghost fire on case worker's head.
Uh,
That is very true. I
yeah.
have it when it comes to putting God first in all of our applications, I have a lot of testimonies when it comes to that, especially in my journey. So, if someone is telling you you don't need God, you are you are just deceiving yourself. God wants us to put all this process in. That's why we are having this discussion. God is a God, is a working God, is a hard working God, and is a God of process, and is a good practical God. Yet He always wants us to put in process, acknowledge God in all your way. So this is where whatever we put in, He will make it work in accordance with. So we hope Sister Kike can get back.
Yeah, I think she's trying to get back. So we're just waiting. But I mean, it's just really interesting to see that there are some of these things that we don't know. For example, myself, I didn't know about the KTP thing, and it's very possible that I have another look at what it really is and how it could benefit, even if it's not me, maybe the people close to me, people around me would get to know about this. So it's actually interesting some of the things that I am now hearing from this session.
Please, was I
Um,
was I kicked out? Hey, I don't know what's happening. I
I
think it's
think
my.
it's your network.
Yes, your network. You're not
It
kicked
was the
out.
last thing you heard, please.
Ah.
Uh,
Can you see my screen? What was the last thing you heard?
yes, we can see your screen. Let me try to.
You were talking about the caseworker.
No, I don't. I think she's left that part.
Did you see where I was talking about planning festival, organizing festival? Did you hear that?
No,
No,
no, no.
no, no,
No.
no.
Ah, all right. Did you hear what I said about fashion design, film, if you won an award and all of that?
I think we did. But
That you can apply on that film if you have worked on a film. You don't have to be the owner of the movie, but if you're a part of the crew for a
No.
movie that has won an award
no, no, no,
or a nomination, you can apply through film.
no,
But did you hear fashion that they're under British Fashion Council? Did you hear that one?
no, 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 no. Where we got it last is just when you highlighted those three. But the
All right.
details, you've not given us the details.
Yeah.
All right. So you can
Yeah.
apply
Yeah.
under fashion. To be good to take time to check the requirement for fashion. You can apply under fashion. You can apply under films and television, animation, post production. These ones, award is really their thing. If you have gotten an award or a nomination, not necessarily you, but your work. For instance, if you're part of the people that put 7 doors together, you did something on 7 doors. Ah, and your name is on the credit, and because 7 doors, I know got several awards. You can apply without award, even if it is nomination. Now, any award you want to use, the only award accepted from Nigeria as of today is AMVCA. That's the only award or nomination that they accept for film and television category. Then architecture to their own category is different. Now, these other disciplines, this is general arts. So, and I'm going to show you now that if you have organized festivals before, you are a director, producer, you have promoted festivals, you can apply for Global Talent Visa. You light designer, you can apply for Global Talent Visa. You know that light designing is not small work. If you watch people that watch The Experience or some of those stage shows, the way they those lights, sometimes the lights will move and turn form W at the back. The lights will move and move. Sometimes this is a lot of creativity that is in light designing and setting. So they consider them as artists as well. you can apply. And you can also combine evidence. For instance, you have one evidence that you organized a festival or a show before. You also have another evidence that you are a dancer. You can combine. What you can't combine is film, fashion, or architecture, because their own endorsement is sublet to these three organizations. But if it is under this general art, you can combine them. So dance, can you see dancing? If you do ballet, what are you waiting for? You used to dance in music video. You are here. Street dance, logo, cultural dance, cultural. You're in a cultural group. People used to go and dance cultural show. They will say Independence Day in Abuja. They have invited you before to come and you went with a troupe to go and dance. You dance logo dance, Nigerian Awade. You dance it in one program. You can apply. Entertainment, dance, jazz and tap, you can apply. Literature, you've written poem, what are you waiting for? You've written novels, you can apply. You do illustration for children, you've published literature, you do live literature and storytelling, you can apply. You do literature festivals, you can apply. Any book that is not a poem, a novel, you can also apply. However, this one, you are giving the full right of that work to the caseworker. They will now decide if they are convinced by it. So I'll just usually say, if it is not a novel, and you can start writing novel from today, write novel and publish it. Put on Amazon. You see, they say print or digital. Yeah, nothing is stopping you. You can also apply under music. What type of song do you sing? Baroque, classical, orchestra, opera, jazz, choral or gospel? Choral or gospel, people that have been singing. See, can apply. Even DJs can apply. If you do things in theater, you can apply. Even if you write for theater, so long as it's not writing for film, you can apply. If you're writing for film, then you need to apply under film and television. You see, if you do plays, comedy, see where comedy falls into. You're a comedian, can you see? Visual art, this is where I applied under. You draw, you paint, sculpture, what have you been waiting for? Graphic design for exhibition, what have you been waiting for? You do illustrations, you do live and performance arts, you do mixed media, digital art. Digital art is now even raining now. With AI, digital art is raining. It's raining right now. You do handmade ceramics, pottery, or handmade crafts. You use wool to do crafts. You do needle and thread to do crafts. What are you waiting for? You do woodwork. See, metal work, glass work. I think I used to say wood. Brand manufacturer for clothing, furniture design. No, not this one. Woodworking, yes. See, woodwork. What are you waiting for? Fine art photography. This is what I applied under. Fine art photography. This one is not wedding. They don't accept wedding, commercial, photojournalism. No. Any photography that looks like client hired you and paid you, no. Because fine art photography is you created the image. You're not looking for how to make money out of it. That's the kind of photography they're accepting. And if you work in museums and galleries, you can also apply. Ineligible discipline is plenty. Makeup for fashion, nail art, hairstyling, hair and beauty, commercial photography, modeling is not accepted. Books, self-help books. If it's not a novel, food writing, researchers, all that things are not accepted are here. So that you can. Radio DJs is not accepted, but normal DJ that mixes music is accepted. And they'll need to have produced their own music. See, DJs who do not produce their own music are not accepted. So I think that's all I have for summary. Thank you so much. Any question?
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Kike, for that really eye-opening session. We've got a couple of questions. I don't want to say a lot. We've got a couple of questions, but if there's anyone on this call that has any burning question that they would like to ask, you could please raise your hands to speak, or if you can't speak, then you can drop your question in the comment section, and we'll take the question. So the first one is this KTP job, you mentioned, about the KTP jobs and all of that. Is it only applicable to academic and research category? That's the first question that we've got.
Now that you have to check. No, you have to check their website for the types of research job that are available. I have seen. Okay, let's be particular.
You want to take us there, right?
Let's not do lazy man's approach. Everything I've
Okay.
said, go online, please, 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 so that you can check for yourself. Because most times Nigerians don't even know. See, knowledge transferable partnerships, rather. See,
So
this
these are
one
the
is
jobs available.
yeah. So sometimes you may not find anything that interests you. Keep checking. This one,
Mm.
research software engineer, University of Edinburgh, sustainable project manager. You see,
Mm. So what
sustainability rather. So you can I can't tell you what kind of job you will find there, because what job that is there that is available that you see. If it's not
right.
available at the moment, like I said, check your universities as well. Any research kind of work there, go to UKRI and ask them on their customer service portal. Do you understand?
Yeah. So,
See
but just to get you,
another project works here. Change and transformative project manager. Can you see?
yeah, thank you very much for that. But just to get you clearly, I understand the fact that you said that if it is even your university, maybe it's not on this KTP and it's your university, and you ask them if there's an available research job, you can go to UKVI to ask like that and chat
No,
with
no.
someone or
If you
call
go to your
someone.
university, no, I don't know if most universities also post jobs. That's what I mean. Check
Okay.
jobs posted by your university, not asking them for. You can also, if you have access, why don't we ask them too? If there's any research up job, you just take that job, link of that job, it will show the details. Chat them up on UKRI and chat them out. This kind of job, does it qualify for global talent?
Okay.
Yeah, I've
But
seen
I
business
as
role here before. In this KTP, I've seen a business role. It was even a care company that wanted to do it in partnership with the university. So you
right.
can never say my own field is what is I did business for MBA. I can't find something there. You just check. If you find something, then check the requirement and try to apply.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm just asking for my own understanding now. So, as long as the job is listed on the KTP website,
Let me see.
then you don't need to chat UKRI, right? Because it's already listed on KTP.
Yes, yes, please.
Perfect, perfect. I think that's clear. I can see Temi has her hand raised up. Temi, you have the floor now. Please ask your question.
Thank you so much, Madam Kike, for your time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I want to ask questions about the art and culture category.
Okay, ma.
I've done one or two things last year, exhibition. But then while you were talking, you already answered some of my questions anyway. So I wanted to ask if it's recommended to use virtual exhibition, because like three that I did last year were virtual. But then you already mentioned that you do not recommend it again. So I was like, again. And I was already counting that towards what could be presented. Yeah, but it's fine. So would you like suggest we go after the physical one in the real sense now to avoid?
Yes, if it's not
Yeah.
physical exhibitions now, don't bother with it, please.
Mm, okay. So like in addition to the virtual, but the virtual can be used on the CV or cover
Sure.
letter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes. Yes. CV can even be put on your website. Mm-hmm.
okay. So all right. Okay, okay. Thank you so much for that.
You're
And then
welcome.
yeah, can I exhibit with an organization like twice, different
You
years?
can't provide. You can be on your CV. Yeah, sure, but you can't provide evidence for instance, Kike Art Gallery evidence one, Kike Art Gallery evidence two. Even though they are different years, no.
But I can use one of them as proof of appearance.
Yes.
But then these both on the CV. but just
Yes.
one as proof of appearance.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think I have another one here. And while you were sharing the last slide, I saw something among the acceptable category, I think under visual, this sign of wearable jewelry. Is that like bead making or wire work or something? Wearable jewelry, is that like bead making?
On the global talent under the
Yes, the art
craft.
and culture. Yes, yes. The last slide you shared, I saw that
Under
under the
visual under their craft, right?
yes
Decorative
before
jewelry. Yes, some people do. Yes, some people use beads and co to make artwork. Not
yes
necessarily maybe beads that you are wearing, because
yeah.
sometimes that question is, so what you can do is go to art council now. That
Hmm.
decorative jewelry part. Chat
Okay.
them, they will respond to you in less than an
Oh,
hour.
okay.
What
Okay.
it means, or what you think it means is this. But
Okay.
to them, it doesn't mean something else. Yeah. So
Oh,
some people
okay.
can decide to even make frames with beaded, do you understand, with beads and co. They'll just use
Yes.
it to form something and frame it, and that's
Yes.
the type of heart. So it may mean
Yeah.
that's what they're thinking, or they also
Okay.
can mean if you use beads to do belts and all of those things. So you can ask.
Yeah, because I use beads, I flower vase, necklaces, and all that. So but then
That's
I've been
nice.
thinking stuff like that couldn't be. But then I've read this countlessly, but seeing this now as you were presenting, I was like,
Means
could
you
this
need to.
be? Could this be referring to necklace or what? I don't know. Thank you. I will chat them like you recommend. Thank you
Okay.
so much. And for my last question will be for the support letters.
Okay.
Apart from the criteria stated on the website, is
Mm.
there any other hidden criteria these case workers use? Maybe like in terms of year the organization has been existing or something.
No,
Because,
no.
uh,
Yes, the organization should not be recently registered. For instance, I have my organization is heart, but I can't let that for anybody because we just even registered it in the UK this year. So any
mm,
organization that is recent, 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 years old, just have to avoid them.
okay,
Like because case
okay.
workers are looking for reasons to refuse. Remember, I said so.
Mm,
And
mm,
so a case worker might say, this organization, I'm not so sure. Another person might say, not bad, and give it. So with case
mm,
workers, there's that 1% chance that nobody can advise you on what it is.
mm.
It is who the case worker that your work will find. In fact, it is who the case worker your work your work. Sorry, excuse me. Let me just attend to this.
That's fine. Please.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Like I mentioned, if you have a question, you can raise your hands and you'll be given the opportunity. Welcome back, Madam Kike.
Yes, please. So there's something number one called time and chance.
Mm,
And time and chance is happening a lot regarding UK's globally, yes, but regarding these applications, like something is collected today.
mm,
Tomorrow, you could just see a trend and pattern of them refusing that particular thing.
mm, mm,
So, does not mean that you did anything wrong.
mm.
It's just that they just maybe have analyzed and say this type particular thing we don't want it, and it's not on their website. So there's 1% chance. So we're moving from time and chance now to ensuring that if you want to do something, give yourself time, because some of the things you have built on, like what my sister said earlier now, that she has worked on now, that she has intentionally worked on, is no longer accepted right now.
Mm.
That December this year does not mean that was a bad thing she did. It does not mean that was a bad plan. So you need to time yourself and give yourself, if you can, a 6 month target and say, oh, I want to, because if you give it a very longer time, some of the people that were working on the application when I tried mine, please give me a second.
It's fine.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I'm just coming again to say if you have any question, please raise your hand or drop it in the chat box and we'll take it. You are muted, Madam Kike. Okay.
All right, yes. So um one of the things that to the glory of God worked for me was that I applied last year. If I hadn't and I delayed, Some of those my evidences will not work again this year that I worked on, spent time and money on, would not be accepted. Now, some people then that were working on, not like I knew them, I just started knowing most of them this year, to be honest with you. Because now when people are working on things, and a Nigerian approach, everybody's just hush hush. Nobody is not telling this person what they are doing. So, but now that they see that you're endorsed, they are now opening up and sharing things. Now I realize about the same time that I was doing mine, they were doing theirs too. Now, one of the things that gave me advantage was that I got a consultant, to be frank with you. I actually have a travel business where I do travel things and all of that. But I didn't want to take the chance of everything I saw on the internet. And one of the things that when I want to do something, I'm very quick with. Sorry, I don't know how to drag on something except I'm not interested in that thing. So I wanted to get it done quickly and out of the way. So what I did was I got a consultant and paid. I didn't want to. I've read it online now. I understand what they're saying. So some of the things, while some people were trying to maybe look for WhatsApp groups to join and be asking this other person, or trying to wait for somebody to collect and ask them, did they collect this one from you? The time they wasted, me, I paid for it. I don't know if you understand me. So now meeting somebody that we're trying to, but because the person did not know. So some of the things I knew because I paid for that information, and my cousin was saying, no, Kike, this particular thing. In fact, at the point of submission, because my cousin said, Kike, I've seen 3 refusals and whatever, a particular something they did not. We have done it, we have paid. Sorry, you have to go and spend money to do another one in another way like this because this thing will fly. I didn't say I have. So now, but that information and the quick promptness it is, some people got the information in January this year, and from January this year, they start accepting some particular type of evidence, which is not stated on their website. But I submitted and I got it. So if I had skipped December, the October when I submitted to get it done by December, I might have fallen into that category. So I'm saying I did fast, and I also went further for information. Just and got help. So whatever it is, just time yourself, and because so that anything you're working on now will not become useless in a matter of time. Because if they start measuring the number of applications that have been accepted and trying to cut down, because it's like they're cutting down right now, and they may want to cut more. They'll just have to do further stringent approach, which will now render some of the evidences you have spent money on not useful. I hope I've said. So I
Yes,
hope
yes,
I've not talked too much. Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you so much. And for support letters, let's say I exhibit with an organization, heart organization,
Yes.
and
Sorry.
they accept their support
Mm,
letters before. Yeah, I
mm.
didn't even know before. But then I heard someone saying they do not accept support letters from them again. Does that affect or rule out make the
They do
exhibition
not
I
accept
did with them?
support letters from. Please repeat that part.
Yeah. So there is an organization. So initially, I heard they used to accept support letters from them for endorsement. I didn't. I just went there to exhibit anyway. So someone was now telling me that they do not accept the support letters again, so that I shouldn't use the exhibition done with them as proof of appearance. So I wanted to. I was confused based on that
What's the name
actually.
of the organization? Please type it in the comment section for me.
Okay. I will.
Yeah, so
So
there's sometimes, like I say, now sometimes they do not accept, they do not accept. Sometimes may not be generally also true. Not
case
like
worker.
it's not like it's a lie, it's caseworker. Yep.
Mm, yeah.
Because a case I've seen an organization I've never written letter before, so it's not like they've been writing. Wrote for 3 people as of today. 3.
Mm.
2 people's letter bounced. 1 person's own was collected.
Mm.
So sometimes also just apply. After I've done your best, just apply instead of trying to wait to be sure that you want to gather more information, because the gathering itself, you cannot over gather.
Time is wasting. Yeah.
Yes. So gathering time is wasting. Also, so do your best and submit it.
Okay.
And yes, I mean before we leave, there's a okay, they have more questions, sure, before I mention on that. My final point before we leave. Let me take more questions before we go, please.
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Thank you
you
very
so
much,
much.
Madam Kike, and thank you, Demi, for asking the questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, another question is for the tech route. Are you saying that an applicant can submit an application for 3 years leaders and the endorsement body can downgrade them to 5 years if they feel that their evidence doesn't meet the leader requirements? I think I got yes from
Yes,
what you
yes.
said.
Even applicants who used to do it. So I don't know
Okay.
if they still do, because most I just tell people that now that refusal rates are seemingly high, or yeah, I just say now that you don't have more chances, weigh your options and just apply for the exact one you feel you qualify for. Most I just say to be safe, just give promising a trial. However, you can, but Tech Nation still does it. Tech people still do it a lot. For Art Council, I'm not so sure, but people can give it a try.
Okay, thank you. Someone asked hairstylist in call, but I think that thing you showed us said no, right? They are not qualified. I think
Yes.
funny enough, I think sometime was it last year or 2 years ago, I heard that even makeup artists were qualified. So I was surprised when now the document says they are no longer qualified, right?
So it says makeup artist for fashion. So for a makeup artist to qualify, I would say you're a makeup artist for theater or makeup artist for film.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
That's the category you can apply under. Yeah. Makeup artist for fashion. That is my birthday. I collected makeup artists. Like without the makeup artists that we even have on social media, all of them are applying for global talent. What's the law?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. Another question is from Olayinka. I bid and apply rhinestones on clothes. How do I apply? So does that qualify?
I
If
think
she
I've answered that
bids,
question.
oh, you
If she
are,
does,
have
then
you?
so if she, it now depends on how you call yourself. If you want, are you saying you can try to give fashion a trial?
Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay, thank you. KP is saying, can we use a recommendation letter twice? How do we get a recommendation letter, especially UK based?
You can't do a letter twice. One letter is one letter. Can't I don't understand.
Unless maybe they mean if they apply now and it got declined, can they use that same recommendation letter as long as that's not the
So it depends on what they
disqualifying factor?
stated. Sometimes a decline can. So sometimes when people say, one organization letter did not fly, what did the caseworker write there?
What's the reason?
If it means that it is the content, because if you look at their website, they have how the letter should be. So sometimes it is the content, but some people cannot even interpret refusal well and just say, oh, they didn't collect the organization. Sometimes it's the content. So you can resubmit if the content are corrected. But if they now say the organization, I am not convinced that this organization is the arts organization. I'm not convinced. If you are questioning the organization and it looks like that, yeah, you can leave it. But you can also reply if so. It's tackling the refusal question, the refusal point. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So what about how to get the recommendation letter from a UK based, especially maybe for someone that is based in Nigeria, for example,
Nigeria people right now, I don't know what to say to them. Or I have a lot of them that reach out to me in my DM. I tell them, I honestly, except if you have someone in the UK that knows someone that can help you talk to them, maybe if they're an African owned or Nigerian owned organization, and that can help you talk to them to want to write for you, and that you can do something maybe virtually with them.
Mm,
But normal when you go organization, there's nothing you want to do. Or sometimes maybe if you have exhibited with some of those top museums and galleries, maybe if they accept your work to exhibit, maybe you can reach out to them to say, "Oh, my name is this. I exhibited. I got into your project, your blah 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 project program some time ago, and I'm asking if I can get a reference. I do so and so and so. My CV is this. My website is this. Yeah, maybe so."
okay, thank you for that. iPhone 1 is asking, is there a consultant you will recommend for photography or IT?
Ah, I will not answer that on a recorded meeting.
Okay. I think the person that iPhone 1 can reach out to either me or Ambassador Andrew, and then we can link you up with Madam Kike. So I don't know if the iPhone 1 is still here, but if the person is still here or any other person that need a consultant, you can send myself or Ambassador Andrew a DM and we'll link you up with Madam Kike. They'll get it for you, whichever one. Okay. Oh, I'm just saying that KP has responded to say like after your initial rejection. Okay, and I think you've mentioned that. Oh, so it says because my reason was the individual is not recognized as a national and international person.
Okay, so if it's an individual, because you can use an individual amongst your 3 letters, one of them can
Oh,
be
right.
an
Okay.
individual. So yeah, so before I use an individual, I usually say you self Google them. Caseworker will go to Google the person you
Of
want to use. What
course.
comes up? So some people can can have expertise in a field, but what comes up on them is another thing. Because maybe they have put on LinkedIn years ago or put on one website that they do music. Now the person is doing
And they've
something else
not updated it.
and they've not updated it, and that's that website has a correct SEO. So when they Google them, it's something that is coming up. So some people don't even know how to build digital footprints for themselves. So no matter how I say, the person is good. I say the person is good. Sorry, how do you want to explain to caseworker? So what can caseworker readily find online? Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I think that's all the question that we've got for you. I'm going to just shout out again. Is there any other person that has a question? Oh, one just came in. The media recognition, this is from Temi, the media recognition for art and culture, must it be from an art magazine or anyone?
It's on their website though. It can be from an art organization, a art blog, or major news media. Art blog can be any. Most magazines now have blogs these days. Yeah, but that's you cannot submit art magazines for leader. You can only submit it for promise. So please read their website. You can only submit it for promise. You can't submit it for leader. However, yes, they accept art blogs and they also accept major media. Major media is like Guardian, Derby, Telegraph, UK Guardian, Nigerian Vanguard, Nigerian New Telegraph. Any new major news from any organization, online or print.
Right. Thank you. Okay, Kepi is asking if you have a CV template for fashion designer.
CV template for fashion.
Yeah.
No, just Google it. There's no particular CV. Sorry, I'm just trying to boot on the question. Google CV. Use AI to create CV. They're not accepting CV, but just I'm a fashion designer. I do so and so and so. See, AI will give you fashion CV and you edit it by yourself. They just want to see what you have done. A CV is just to show what you have done. That's what CV is. Tell us about you in a CV. Yeah, so yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay, I've responded to Tammy on how to reach me. My number is now on this chat, and you can also join um, our WhatsApp group. We have like a community group where usually we organize programs like this, events like this, on finance, on visa, what to do, businesses, all of those things. So you get to know when such programs are coming up. Thank you very much, Madam Kike, for the opportunity. Thank you for your time. We are really, really, really grateful for the opportunity, and we do not take it for granted. Adeshola is saying, can we get recording? Of course, you can get the recording, but like I said, it will be shared on the group. So if you're not on the group, you may not be able to get it unless maybe the person that invited you or that shared the link with you would also share it with you. We're going to put the link to join the WhatsApp group in the chat box. I don't know if Ambassador Andrew can help me with that. That would be nice. But if not, I think I can
We
even.
will send. We can send on other means of connecting. But the group itself, you will have to just
Okay,
chat
yeah.
Madam Debbie to add you to the group. We don't want to share the group itself, but we have other channels that you can always connect with. I will drop those channels here before we close.
All right. Thank you very much for reminding me. Totally forgot about or something. Yeah. Thank you. Temi wants to ask one last question.
Okay.
Temi, go ahead. Okay, so digital arts are arts designed by AI, by Gemini, Midjourney, right? Or
Yes.
is
Digital
okay,
art are art that you created, yes, digitally.
okay.
Yes.
So you can
It
use
just has to be
AI.
very creative.
Yes, and like, are they acceptable?
Yes, it's clearly
Yeah.
say on their website. See,
Okay,
just
thank you.
anything on their website can be followed. One of the
Thank you
things
so
that they try
much.
to avoid is people taking other people's work and using
Mm,
AI to convert it.
okay.
That's one of
Thank
the
you.
so yes. So you have to be
Thank
very
you
creative so that
so
they
much.
don't have questions or concerns. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Kike. I have a question though.
Okay, please.
Do you know if, say, for example, Masters of Ceremony or AOPs can apply for this visa? And also, you when you took us through that website, there's a
Mm.
place for writer, like writers are accepted if maybe they've written a novel, a poem, and all of
Yes.
that. So what do they have to show? Do they have to have received an award to be able
So their
to?
own is not pro. So their own is not exhibition. Their own, of course, they can put exhibition. Maybe they exhibited their books in literary events. Just
Mm,
like a literary fair, literary book fair. You exhibited your books. Why not? Publications is usually theirs. Evidence of
right.
publication and digital. I saw you can see that they accept print, digital,
Print or digital, yeah,
digital
on
publication.
Amazon, which
Thank
is
God for
really
Amazon these
amazing.
days.
Yeah,
Yes. So and
yeah.
if it is hard copy you have sold, why not? Evidence of
Okay. So
verification
what
is what
about the MC and OAPs then?
I don't think MC and OAP qualifies. But
Okay.
comedian, yes. MC and OAP, no. But
Okay.
comedians,
They
yeah,
qualify.
yes.
Okay. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Madam Kike. I think Ambassador Ruki has also dropped a thanks to you to
Thank
say
you
thank you
too.
very much. And thanks to everyone. Ambassador Andrew said he's going to drop. Okay, so I can see even Kike more. They are saying thank you. So we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you don't mind, we have like a check-in session that we do every Friday. You can join us for that. It's just a session where we come together to relax, ask how our week went. We know that for some people they are in the UK alone, some people it's just work, school, back to the house and all of that. So it's just an avenue that we created to check in on each other, checking on ourselves, see how we are doing. Any challenge that you have, you talk about it or you discuss it, and you never can tell. Someone right there can actually solve that issue for you. So it's something that we do every Friday, like I said, to check in on our on our week, and to check in on ourselves. So please feel free to join us. You can also, I think, Ambassador Andrew has just posted the link to our social media. Please also join us and follow us back. We usually post in there as well. You can reach out to myself or Ambassador Andrew so that you'll be added to the WhatsApp group after verification also. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate it. And I think that's all for me. Ambassador Andrew.
Thank you, Madam Kike. Thank you for the time. Please appreciate use drop a chat and use the reaction button
Thank you
if
so
you
much.
please appreciate her and just drop a chat how she has affected you, what you have learned, and just say a word or two. And before we go, as Madam Debbie has said, we usually have a Friday night. The link to that is the first one what I just dropped now on the chat. You can always join us. It comes up tonight. We discuss all these things. We can always come together. If you have an idea, we can always come together and reason together, and then um, we can even do a group consultation rather than you going alone. You don't have to do anything alone. You don't have to suffer alone. You don't have to think alone. That's the purpose of the community, and that's why we are doing all this. So just join any of this group, and then you can also join us tonight for this check-in. And apart from that, we usually have the meet and greet at the last Friday of the year. So it will replace the usual Friday check-ins. For the last Friday, it will be meet and greet, where all Nigerian students and recent graduates across the country will come together virtually. So you don't need to bother yourself going It's virtually. We'll come together and exchange. It's purely fun. So it's not, don't bother, don't think it's another lecture. So we can always chat together, and that's the flyer that just dropped. And if you're looking for an in-person program, there is let me just drop that. There is the Kanok Gala Nights that comes up. This is where you meet a lot of people. You can meet people, you can endorse you. If you are saying who is who about Nigerians in the UK, this is where they meet, because Kanok is the Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, is a large umbrella that the Nigerian Embassy, Nigerian High Commissioner created to combine because we have so many groups of Nigerians in the UK in terms of community, students, professionals, state representation from Nigeria, whatever. We have a lot of them, so they combine all of them under the same umbrella, Kanok, and they usually have dinner at the end of the year. And the next one is coming next Friday, next Saturday. I think Saturday. Let me get I will drop the flyer before we close. So if you are looking for an in-person, it's always been a great program. So you can be part of it. Just reach out and let us know how you can be part of it. And we, as a group, we are part of Kanuk. So we have a discount table that you can be part of. And if you want to go alone, of course, you can always go alone. But I must tell you, no matter where you come from, because people come from all across the UK, and people from even outside the UK, to who are Nigerians who come for business reasons or network reasons, or to advertise the business, because they're a large. But I will assure you that when you go, you will love to come back. There is never an event that's done by Kano that you won't want to come back for. It's always a great event. I must tell you. If you want to come, you can just chat us up. So I think that is all for this afternoon, except we have any other comment or what have you.
Am I allowed to say one more thing, please?
Please go ahead.
Yes. So please, I want to briefly emphasize on the place of prayer for those who believe in prayer. I'm not saying it to everybody. For those who believe in prayer, because applications or opportunities that a person has a final say. It's not like if you have cars and you have to beat a TB test, you have proof of fund, you are getting your student visa. That's a different thing. That one is points based. The discretion of the caseworker is not really dependent on it, because it wants to do ABC. That's all. It means that then if a person has to think on everything and say, do I think, am I convinced, then prayer, if you believe in it, works. Because I can remember in my case where I just had a dream in the midst of while waiting for my endorsement, and I saw clearly where the caseworker was saying everything was okay, and that one particular letter that is not so sure. So it's writing, unfortunately, I'm not so sure that this particular organization is the reason why I'll be refusing this endorsement. When I woke up, I was just calling. I don't know the caseworker's name, but I just prayed for an overturn eventually. And one person that applied after me, using that particular organization that was not collected from me, was not collected from another person after me. So I'm not saying I would have just been in that category without me doing anything wrong, but I was able to overturn it. Just thought to chip that in. Thank you very much, NSSPF, and have a great day, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you
Thank you
very
so
much for
much.
sharing
Thank you
that.
for your time.
That's
Bye,
very
everyone.
very
Okay.
important. That's very important. Um, Please, prayer, we don't joke with that. We even have a dedicated weekly prayer meeting as a group, as community, for those who are interested, as she rightly said, every Monday. We don't joke with prayer here. We do all we can. We work as if we don't have a God, and we rely on God as if we don't know anything. We don't do anything. So it's the combination of the two. God does not want you to be lazy, and it is still laziness if you don't pray. So we need the two to be able to escape through. Like she rightly said, someone just sitting around the corner. When I was going for my exam, I had to pray. my PhD exam, someone just sitting around the corner and deciding your case. Anything can happen. Even the one that she says ABC visa, whatever. We've had people who had all the requirements and they still refuse them. So this is where the prayer factor comes in. So I'm dropping the flyer. We can just wait a few minutes for people to see it. This is the Kanuk. The chairman can just say something about it to encourage us to participate as well. Please, it's something, if you are able to make it to London next weekend, it's something you'll be glad to be part of. So, except we have any other thing else. And also, we were hoping that we will start podcasts last month with Startup Send, which you can see the cap, Startup Send, and their shirt is here. They are a partner organization. We are hoping we will start a podcast last month, but we are unable to do that. We will try to do that this month or January and see. It's another way of educating us on all this, how to build a financial strength for our entrepreneurial aspiration. So it's something we would love you to part of. And who is After Send? It's money transfer app. They are they are partner to NSSPF. They gave of course some laptops and someone one of it was one at the USS summits, and they've given even out a fund which some people from Nigeria were lucky to win. And that's another thing I want to say. Joining us, you don't have to, it's not about restriction for education. Wherever you are, you can be part of us. So far, you know you believe in what we do and you are ready to commit to what we do. So we are ready to work together. So thank you. And we want to thank everybody for being part of this. I will stop recording now.
Yeah.